Fishman has received a lot of inquiries about why these pickups are different and what is the right pickup for you to buy. I'm here to describe what the process was like with each artist, why they arrived at their tone, and how they differentiate from our core line. I'm going to attach a link below which will allow you to isolate the guitar tracks that you see in this video, as I'm going to play each individual pickup set on the same guitar, in the same tuning, with a basic riff, so then you can throw them into your DAW and listen to them for yourself in your own studio. Hopefully by telling you how we arrived at each sound for these pickup sets, as well as giving you sound samples, you will find exactly what you're looking for and exactly what tone that fits your playing style. So when Fishman got the opportunity to work with Devin Townsend, we needed to make a pickup set that was truly unique. Devin at first gravitated towards the 6-string modern humbuckers, but we gave him a signature series Greg Koch Telecaster set, which he also fell in love with. So knowing that Devin likes to experiment with sound, he asked for Voice 1, something heavy, active sounding, something very similar to the Fishman Fluence modern humbuckers. So when attempting to voice a Voice 2 for Devin, he wanted that very quintessential Telecaster single coil sound. It's something that he liked to say he wanted a sweet sounding single coil tone for when he hit the switch or pressed the button. He could go from heavy metal to sweet passive single coil sounds. So once we achieved that, we said, hey, we have enough room to give you a third voicing. And what he wanted was a humbuckered version of that single coil sound. So in Devin's set, you have Voice 1, aggressive, active tone. Voice 2, you have a sweet sounding single coil. In Voice 3, you have a humbuckered version of that single coil. So through different iterations and different magnet configurations, we decided that we were going to give him what we like to call at Fishman, a hybrid magnet configuration. On his outer coil of his bridge, he has 6 pole pieces, which create chaos and havoc. And on the inner coil, we have a blade magnet, which gives you a lot of aggressive characteristics and a nice even decay. Devin, being experimental as he is, decided that he also wanted his pickups to feel a certain way. He wanted to lean into his pickups a little bit more and gain a more spongy feel. So that particular pickup set has a degaussed magnet. So by degaussing the magnet, which is weakening the magnet, we gave Devin the opportunity to give him a more spongier feel and sound to his playing. If you're looking for complete tone versatility, the Devin Townsend Signature Series set is going to be perfect for you. It goes from aggressive heavy metal active guitar tone to sweet single coil passive sounds to a humbuckered version of that single coil sound as well.
Hi, my name is Devin Townsend, and I am here with Fishman to discuss the signature set of pickups that we ended up working on. It is called the Fishman Transcendence, and it is a pickup that effectively gives me 3 different tonal options. One being a very heavy metal sort of active pickup sort of sound. And then the second one, which is the most important one to me for this sort of experience, is a single coil, clean guitar sound. And then it also gives me the option of a third sort of passive voiced humbucking sound as well. So this first example that you'll hear is going to be the clean Voice 3 in the middle position between these 2 pickups, and it's a essentially like a Telecaster, sort of Stratocaster single coil sound. All right, this next example is more of the typical heavy metal sound that I use a lot with the DTP, and it's position 1 humbucker. The pickups have got both a blade as well as pole pieces. The pole pieces give more of a chaotic sort of frequency spectrum, whereas the blade gives it more of a typical active pickup sound. And the combination of those two allow me to do both the single coil and active metal sound. So this is position 1 humbucker. So here we are, last voice. This is one that I don't use too often, but I have it as an option. It gives me more of a passive flavored voice based on the heavy metal sound. So I've got the heavy metal version here, and then in here it's a similar sound, but more of a passive response, and then it goes to the single coil there. So this just gives you an example of how I might use that position 2. All right, position 2, humbucker. All right, so in closing here, I would like to sort of give a brief overview of why I chose to go with Fishman and their Fluence technology. At first, I couldn't quite wrap my head around how the technology worked. I thought maybe it's like a modeling thing or what have you, but the pickups are made in a very similar way to normal pickups in terms of how they function, but the construction is such that they're built vertically, and that gives you the option of doing both an active sound and a passive sound. So if you're looking into getting a pickup for your guitar that gives you the options to do more than one thing while being able to still do the crushing sort of metal stuff, this is the pickup that I think is best suited for it, because it gives me personally, after working with the company, the opportunity to do two very distinct things with one pickup, which is something that up to this point I've not had the opportunity to do. So check it out. Fishman Transcendence, Devin Townsend, yeah!